Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another footy talk. Louis,
Do
how you doing, mate?
you know what? I got up this morning. I went to the gym. I got a fantastic espresso downstairs, and then my Twitter exploded when I saw that Chelsea were linked with another under-17 Brazilian. So yeah, that's my morning. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Um, Check the hard drives of Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley. Um, they're probably behind the reason the BBC are putting the TV license up £10.50 because they've got to protect their own Operation U Tree level stuff. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good, mate. Yeah, I'm all right.
Interesting. That is crazy, bro.
I ain't even that pissed off, mate. I'm not because
Why not, bro? Like, honestly, if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't watch football for the rest of the season after
I
what I
mean,
saw
I mean, do you
yesterday.
know that's because there's some Chelsea fans out there, not naming names because I'm not going to waste my time, who will just lose their shit constantly and have been doing that for a few years. But I've grown out of that. I'm a big boy
Mm,
now. I've got hair on me bollocks. So since then, I mean, me and you've been having conversations about this for 18 months. I've been in Twitter spaces for 18 months. I've been on
mm,
Twitter. I've been doing the pod for this season, and I've said every single time I've gone, we need to be careful here because what's going to happen if you carry on the way we're doing is we're going to
mm.
completely fall off. And yesterday was an example of that. People say men against boys as a colloquialism. It literally was yesterday. People are going after Pochettino. I don't know why they are because it's not
Mm-hmm.
on him. He made some terrible decisions yesterday. Don't get me wrong, but
Which ones?
I mean, I think the way that he was kind of forcing the team to play, I think it was clear from the off. You guys just wanted it more. It was that press, just everything was just on it, and we couldn't get out. But a
Mm,
big thing with that is also the fact that you've only got one leader in there, and he's the oldest centre back the Premier League's ever seen, and
mm,
he's fantastic. But it was really showing his issues yesterday, I think, in terms of pace. But then again, it's not on him because if you take him out of that side, that is literally a crash. And they're all
yeah.
fantastic players with great ceilings and a fantastic portfolio. Yeah, this ain't location. It's not Homes
Mm-hmm.
under the hammer. Dion Dublin's not going to lead you up the stairs to the fucking bedroom. All right, let's just bring it down a bit. Chelsea's issues are from the top down.
Mm,
Much like my previous employers, top down issues. So the whole situation with Chelsea right now is they've got this whole mentality where in the MLB, with the LA Dodgers, we took them from nothing to something. You took Chelsea, which understandably needed some work, but was something, and then they're breaking it down to nothing to then bring it back up again. In that time, Newcastle are going to get better. Villa are clearly going to get better. Spurs are going to get better. United are going to get
mm-hmm.
better. City are going to get better. Arsenal are going to get better. Lo and behold, instead of maybe having to overtake three of those teams or four of those teams, because it was, 4, 5, 6, right? We're now going to have to overtake 7 or 8 teams. So
Yeah.
what they've done with this whole, we're going to break it down to build it back up because we're going to get all these amazing young players. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. In football, it does not work. The amount of times me and you've had that conversation about just the basics. Look, from a personal perspective, the reason I'm less annoyed is because, I always use Wolf as an example. And obviously, it's much further down. Obviously, it's not the
Mm,
same amount of pressure as the Premier League. But I was, 21, 22 when I started doing that?
yeah.
Like, I was a kid. Still am a kid, really. But then, it was a kid leading kids, which meant that they didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know what I was really doing too well at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I learned on the job, but that meant the process was so much slower. What they're asking for is to have this process and this project and all this sort of stuff without the structure and without the necessary things in place with the people that know what they're doing, i.e. having 2 heads of recruitment doing one job, but it's the job that they aren't trained to do and don't know what they're doing, in Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley. They're talking about their recruitment policy is great if you're Brighton and you need to get players and sell them on. But
Mm,
I'm not going to lie, right? Chelsea Football Club for 30 years, and people could say we've founded in 2003, whatever. I don't give a shit, right? Pre-Abramovich, back end of Ken Bates, Rude Hullet, Glenn Hoddle, Viali, all these managers and ex-players built something and built a benchmark for Abramovich to come in with what he did and bring in Mourinho and boom, make Chelsea a superpower, right? Chelsea were a club which had an aura, had a power. People, you go to Chelsea, it was Chelsea, right? What they've done is they've treated it like we're fucking Burnley. Oh, we'll start fresh. It's all good. No, 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 no. You need to appreciate what's been. And now, because instead of maybe doing it slowly and intelligently and sort of going, do you know what? We'll deal with certain departments. We'll get certain things rolling. We'll do certain things. And lo and behold, instead of doing that, they've just gone and torn everything apart. And I think an example is this is on the men's side, right? On the women's side, they left it alone. Look how good Emma Hayes has been doing. Oh, and by the way, Emma Hayes is leaving at the end of the season because her contract wasn't agreed with Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart. She said she wants to go and spend more time with her family, which I completely understand. And obviously, she's the US women's national coach as well now. But she was happy to stay. But guess what? They kept putting off sorting her contracts out. They kept putting off. They kept putting off. They kept putting off. And the one side of Chelsea, which was pretty sound, I guess what, you left it alone. They knew what they were doing there. Worked, is now going to fall apart because they don't know what they're doing. Everyone's too easy. Everyone looks in the foreground. Everyone looks and points at Poch. Pochettino's done this. He doesn't this. Very Spursy. Blah blah blah. Whatever. He said a couple of comments yesterday, which gave me PTSD. When I saw the boys gave everything, I started panicking a little bit because I was saying that with Potter. But the whole situation is how he is and how Potter is. I still believe Pochettino's the right man to improve these young players. The only issue is they need to bring it together with some older heads, sign some players that are 25, 26, 27, 28, have Premier League experience, know what they're doing, know what it means to win, and go from there. Just those
you're not that far away, bruv. You just need to add some consistency and some age and quality to the team full of young players. That's all you need to do. Raheem Sterling was meant to be one of those players, but I don't think that was a good signing. He's too inconsistent. For someone his age, he's still very sporadic in his level of performances. Like, he was rubbish yesterday, but then against Man City, he was awesome.
This is the problem. Again, football fans are fickle, right? They'll talk about Raheem Sterling as one of our players of the season this season, and I'm like, no, he's been all right. He's been solid. He's doing what I've expected him to, but he's not done it enough. Blackburn Rovers in the cup, he was shite all game. He scores a goal in like the 65th, 70th minute, and all of a sudden, amazing. So I've got the confidence. I'm like, no. I understand you're a confidence player. I get that, but you're also 26, 27. You should be leading this team. This isn't a situation with that. I think it was your second goal. Yeah, your second goal with Reece. Him and Reece just started ball watching. Wait, he trapped back. He trundled back, and then he just went and stood there and went, "Oh, the ball's gone over my head. Oh shit! Right, that's 2-1. Oh, that's not good." So, lads, like it was nuts, and I just don't get some of how they behave. I don't get the logic. I don't get the understanding. I don't get the methodology. It doesn't make any sense.
Do you think that you will do what's needed though? Do you know what I mean? Chelsea in the past have always done what is needed, innit? And this is the reason why I've always respected them, because they always seem to just look at the situation and say, okay, this is what we need. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna spend as much as it takes, innit? Do you think that you're gonna buy those players, or are you gonna stick to bringing in these under 23,
under 25
projects or under 25s? Because you don't need the money. Like you said, they're bringing in players like they want to sell them in a few years' time, but it's like you don't need the money. Do you know what I mean? You need results.
Well, this is it.
You're going to get results.
This is it. And they're talking about building this team for a few years. But as I said before at the beginning, all these other teams that are going to be competing right now and are still building off the future at the same time, they'll be miles ahead of us. And all these players where they talk about projections, this is why I get pissed off with Twitter Spaces and Twitter and people, which quite
Louis,
frankly,
that's why I'm not on there, bro. I'm not on there, bro. I'll be real, because these guys don't know what they're talking about, Louis. Like, you know what's funny about yesterday? I done the match reaction straight after the game because I had to do it straight after the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But actually, after the game, I went on my treadmill, like walked and whatever, relaxed. I laid down, and bro, I woke up angry this morning after what I saw yesterday.
Why?
Because bro, that was rubbish. Like, it was rubbish, bro. Like, you lot are so bad, Louis, that the performance yesterday has actually made people think that it was a good game of football. Like, I can honestly say, including non-league football, that's one of the worst football matches I've seen, like, this year. Like, and I go
Rants,
watch.
me and you,
I go and watch non-league.
yeah, well, me and you have played in a team which I think retained the ball better than Chelsea did yesterday. Genuinely, I
Bro,
think on a
but that's what I'm
there's a
saying,
game on
Louis.
Saturdays where we kept the ball better.
Louis, but this is what I'm
Right,
saying. We scored 2 goals yesterday, yeah? Still none of our attackers scored. And also, you gave us those goals, bro. Like, we never looked at the Man United goals and we're like, oh, well worked goal. Chelsea were giving us the ball in their own defensive third. They couldn't even play out. Like,
but is
it
that
was
not down to
so
your
bad.
press as well? Your press was sharp. You were on it.
I don't
That's
think
what
so. I
you don't
think
think
that
so?
you were rubbish on the ball, bro. If a team pressed us like that, I would expect us to play out of that, bro. Like, the first goal, yeah, Nicholas Jackson gives the ball away. There wasn't no press. There was no one around him. There's no one around him, and he just still gave it to us. I don't think that's the press. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the press at all. Like, I've watched teams that have pressed aggressively. I've watched Liverpool in their prime when they were absolute terrorists, bro, in the press. I've seen Barcelona under Pep when these guys were getting the ball back 5 seconds and that. Our press was overrated yesterday because you lot's use of the ball was poor, and your goalkeeper's distribution is embarrassing.
Well,
Embarrassing. You put him under a little bit of pressure, and he kicks it out for a throw-in, bro. If you're lucky, or he might just give it to you.
Can I be honest, mate? I was happy when he kicked it out for a throw-in because if we're going to be honest, I get you were saying you weren't great, right? But you should have won that game 7-8-1 yesterday. He kept
precisely, but that's why we're not great. But that's why we're not great, bro. Because everyone's talking about how good that performance was, yeah. But I actually looked at that Man United performance, yeah. I sat down, I was lying down. I see loads of people talking rubbish about, oh, Rashford, Martial going to struggle, yeah, to get back into this team. Let me tell you something for free. Everyone, that front three yesterday, yeah, is literally, yeah, the weakest front three that we have. And somehow, yeah, people will have it in their heads that that front three, yeah, is amazing, bro. That front three ain't winning nothing. If that front three is so good, if that front three is so good, why didn't they score any goals? Why didn't they score any goals, bro? Because I tell you what, yeah, we got Mason Greenwood out on loan, yeah. We got Amad Diallo, we got Marcus Rashford, we've got Jadon Sancho, and we've got the Anthony Martial. All 5 of those players, yeah, that's 5. All 5 of those players are better than the players that played yesterday. They are.
So Garnacho, Anthony, who was centre forward again? I'm trying to get it in my head.
Hoyland was rubbish yesterday. No one's gonna look me in my face, yeah, and tell me that Hoyland played well yesterday. No one. He weren't even better. He was not even better than flipping Jackson on your side. At least Jackson was trying to get on the ball, and that Hoyland did nothing. He was just running around. Man are saying, oh yeah, but he presses. Bro, what work rate, bruv? He looks like Lukaku with vitiligo, blood. That's what he looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he looks like. Man can't tell me, yeah, that is a £70 million striker. Yeah? No, I don't care that he's...
I don't know why
I don't care if he's 20 years old. Patrice Evra, I love him. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. Is this the UFC? This is Manchester United, bro. He's wasteful on the ball, bro. He's got no quality on the ball in terms of linking up play or anything like that. If you're telling me, yeah, that if we were playing a front three, yeah, of Martial, Rashford and someone else yesterday, you trying to tell me they wouldn't have scored? Are you trying to tell me if Marcus Rashford started 12 games as a centre forward for Man United this season, he wouldn't have a Premier League goal? Hoyland ain't got no goals, blood, in like 12 or 13 games. What are you talking about? So when everyone's talking about, oh yeah, like the front three, so bruv, that front three's rubbish, bro. We saw it. That's why they didn't score. How can you not score against that Chelsea backline yesterday? Newcastle put 4 past you lot. And Newcastle struggled, yeah, to score more than 1 goal past us because they're not the most potent attacking outfit. But let me tell you something for free. Because this is what I was realizing when I was chilling, bro, and it made me mad. Garnacho, he's not better than Anthony Gordon. Hoyland ain't better than flipping Isak, bro. And Anthony is not better than, what's his name?
Almiron.
Almiron. He's not better than Almiron. All right, cool. Let's go Man City now. Hoyland ain't better than Erling. Whoever plays on the right wing for Man City is better than Garnacho. Whoever plays on the right wing is better than Anthony. All right, let's go to Tottenham now. Heung-min Son up front, yeah, better than Hoyland. On the right-hand side, Kulusevski better than Anthony. On the right hand side, it can be Brendan Johnson. It can be even Richarlison, better than Garnacho.
Oh, I don't know about that. I
Yes,
thought Garnacho
bro.
looked that good
Nah,
yesterday.
no. Garnacho's exciting, yeah, for people because he gets up and runs with the ball. But how many times did he get the better of Cucurella in the first half?
Quite a lot.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Man.
No, he didn't.
He had him
No,
on toes.
he did not, bro. Second half, he had a bit more joy. He had a one-on-one, yeah, a ball over the top, which he missed. And then he was cutting in and spamming shots and missing the target, bro. I think he hit the target once yesterday. Once. Everyone's saying it's exciting. Bro, if he didn't get that assist yesterday, no one would be talking about that performance at all from him. He wasn't good. He wasn't good yesterday. He just got an assist, yeah? And it just completely overshadowed the fact that all he done was put in effort. But there's no quality there. There's no final ball. So that's Tottenham that have a better attack than us. All right, let's go to Liverpool now, since we're so good. Because if you gave Liverpool the chances you gave us yesterday, you would have lost 10-0, bro. That's what would have happened. If them chances that fell to Garnacho fell to Nunes, fell to Salah, fell to Jota, fell to Diaz, you would have got smoked. So when man are talking about Man United's attack, bro, when you're talking about Man United's attack, let me tell you something. That attack that we played yesterday, yeah, that's not even a top 10 attack, bro. It's awful. They didn't score no goals against the worst team that we've come up against this season, bro. Wolves gave us a better game than that. So, bro, when we're talking about, let's do Arsenal as well. Saka better than Antony? Absolutely. Martinelli better than Garnacho? Absolutely. Gabriel Jesus better than Højlund? Absolutely. And so when man are talking about, this is Man United's front three, this is what we need to do. Bro, we got 5 players here on the books that we're paying that are better than the 3 man that started yesterday. Just because Marcus Rashford, yeah, is in a poor run of form, that doesn't make Garnacho better than him, because he's not. Garnacho's not better than Sancho. Højlund ain't better than Martial, bro. He's not. He's not. I don't care. Man talking about press. What's man talking about? Press what, bruv? Martial been pressing. By the end of the day, you can't press on your own. Do you know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, bro, Antony is not better than Amad Diallo. He's not better than Mason Greenwood. He's not better than any of the players I mentioned. So why are we, getting excited about a front three that didn't score no goals yesterday against a poor side? A poor side.
I think Garnacho's the only one I'm personally I quite like to watch. I quite like watching him, and I think he's
I don't
young,
care about like to watch, bro. Like to watch. If man want to watch something, something I like to watch, man watch Gal Blood. It's not about like to watch, bro. No, what are you doing?
Bro, he's the one who I look at, who I think is has the most potential. He's still very young, whatever. Rasmus Højlund is again another very young player, but he doesn't fit how you play. I don't understand how he fits into that team.
Potential don't mean nothing in football. People need to get
trust me. I know.
People need to get rid of potential. Potential. Your whole team's got loads of potential.
Yeah, I know.
Mudrik's got potential. Caicedo's got potential. All these things about potential. What does potential mean, bro? Like, these men were rubbish yesterday. What are we gonna say, that their performance was okay because they've got potential?
No, I agree. But I think out of that front three, the only one I think I can really see maybe even been around United for the next few years, if, like, say, a new manager comes in, whatever. I don't know if Højlund fit the bill. I don't think he's quite got to hit the ground running. He's a young player, but he just doesn't fit. Garnacho's the only one. Antony's a fucking fidget spinner. Was it 90 million you spent on him?
Yeah.
90 million on Antony. I'm so, like, people can talk about, Chelsea having some serious flops in their team, whatever. Antony's the biggest flop in the Premier League history, in my opinion. 90 million pounds, and he's done that. He's fucking useless. Every time he got the ball, I wasn't worried. That was the only time when you lot were pressing us like mad and we couldn't get out. As soon as Antony got on the ball, I was like, yeah, I'm fine. It's all good. Like, actually, he was absolutely diabolical. He was shy. But the whole potential thing, I get that. That's why I'm saying, like, you need to surround the team with the right heads. Like, for us, I again laughed out of the room a few months ago. I said, even if he's just around the squad, someone like James Ward-Prowse, just somebody who's an older head, who knows how Pochettino works, who knows what you need to do, who has a point to prove. But guess what? If you're playing a low block and it's 70 minutes gone, you can throw him on, and guess what? You get a set piece that's going in. That's going to be on the right spot. stuff like that. Or also, if you obviously you need senior players in that 11 as well. But the thing is, it's like I think the only one I can look at right now, and I could be like, yeah, I think he'd come in, he'd fit straight away, would be Tony. I think Ivan Toney's the only one to look at and go, yeah. But then we need a centre back, and people are talking about Lewis Dunk, and I'm like, I get that, but at the same time, I am not going back to Brighton. I'm not doing it. And I'm not going. The big thing for me is the fact that I've just seen, what was it, Mago Delaney in the comments was saying, well, not actually Mago Delaney, someone put a thing from him saying that you lot are looking to get rid of Varane. If I'm Pochettino, I'm going, get me Rafael Varane. Go get him.
But this is what I'm saying. So when everyone's eulogizing over that dead performance yesterday, yeah, because that's what it was. Because everyone's like, oh yeah, Man United imposed themselves on Chelsea. Why didn't they do it against Newcastle then? Yeah, if it was because of Man United, no, we only look like that because Chelsea were rubbish. Why have we not created that many chances in any match this season, bro? It's not because all of a sudden we played well. Chelsea were rubbish. Like, this is the thing. Like, how can you not watch a football game? And this is how I know that most football fans don't know nothing about football. How can you watch that game yesterday and think that Man United played well because Man United played well? Bro. Chelsea collapsed yesterday. Yeah. Bro, you collapsed yesterday, bro. And even though you collapsed yesterday, you still could have scored 4 or 5 goals. You're missing one-on-ones for fun, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, so even though you collapsed, you still could have scored 5. What does that tell you about Man United? That we could have still conceded 5 goals to that terrible Chelsea team. Because we can talk about how bad Chelsea were, yeah? But, bro, they were opening us up like that. Imagine when we come up against a half-decent team. Before you know it, the game's over.
Yeah.
The game's over, bro. And this is what I'm saying. And this is why I can't be on Twitter and see stuff like that. Because, bro, I'll be reading stuff and my head will just be frying, bruv.
I tweet and put my phone down, but I usually go into the spaces to tell people shut the fuck up. It's quite a lot of fun.
Bro, Man United didn't make Chelsea rubbish. Chelsea came into the game 10th in the league or something like that. How did we make them rubbish?
Do you want to know what's really funny? If Everton hadn't got their points deduction, we'd be level on points to them with goal difference. I think that's if they win today.
Well, there you go.
Like, it's like... the thing is, right, I think as much as you've been poor this season, I think a big difference, and I think it's having that age in the team, people know what they're doing, right? You've been shit in games, and you might not have won, or you got to draw you to the point. You did what you needed to do to get across the line, right?
No, that's not true, because we ain't beat a team. We ain't beat a team in the top 10, bro. So
no, okay, I get that, but the table doesn't lie, mate. Like you're still picking up points.
The table does lie. The table does lie, because if you look here at how many games we've lost, how many games we've won, the table does lie. It lies a lot. It lies a lot. The table don't lie at the end of the season, but the table lies right now, bro. It lies right now, bro. And you have to understand, the table's the way it is, because we ain't drawn. I don't think we've drawn any games in the Premier League, bro. We're winning and losing. That's all we're doing. Like, we're winning and losing. That's all we're doing right now.
You're 3 points off the top 4. Okay.
Exactly.
Wait.
How?
Because everything. Or 2, there's a relative consistency in Arsenal, Liverpool, and Villa. Everyone else, everyone. Like, everyone's had their ups and downs.
9 wins, 6 losses, bro. And we're closing in on the top 4, and you're telling me the table don't lie? Of course it lies. Of course the table lies. Do you know what I'm saying? But also,
but the numbers are there. Look, basically,
bro. Look, bro. Go through all the teams that we've beaten, apart, and you can add Chelsea in that, because Chelsea are like Brighton level at the moment, or maybe not even Brighton level. Like, Chelsea are mid-table club at the moment. Like you said that you were gonna be on par with Everton. So let's say that Chelsea are Everton level now. Cool. Right. Look, go through all the teams Man United have beaten and tell me what it means. It don't mean nothing, bro.
No, but it don't mean nothing. What I'm trying to say, Rants, is you're getting the points on the board. The point I'm trying to make is, right, it doesn't mean anything, but those are teams which we're losing against, or we're getting draws.
Yeah, because you're rubbish, bro. Like, you're proving my point. How can we take confidence from beating a crap Chelsea team?
I'm not asking.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what. Yeah, let me finish. Like, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying to take confidence from that result. I'm not, because I get why you're pissed off. But like I said, right now you're 3 points off the top 4. I'm not going to sit here and do the whole United are back, whatever, like some other people would or whatever. Like, it's bollocks, right? That's not on. What I'm saying is that you have gone into certain games and you've picked up the win if you've been shit, right? You've been shit, but you still got the win.
But against you, though. But not against any good teams, though.
No, but mate, you've got the point on the board. The points are there.
Yeah, but
Like
it
that's what
doesn't
I'm
matter.
saying. What I'm no, it does. This is what I'm saying. What I'm trying. The point I'm trying to get to, right? Chelsea, right? We've played well in spells in certain games this season, or like 60, 70 minutes where we've gone on to lose, we've gone on to draw, or whatever, right?
Mm.
But we've not done what we needed to get over the line, whereas you guys have. But that's because you have those certain players in that team that will just get it done. We don't, and it's like we talk. Like I said, this is why I'm getting so pissed off with Chelsea at the minute, because I'm sick of them talking about portfolio and future players and future proofing all this. There's no point in future proofing if you can't bulletproof what is already in place.
No, you're right.
If you can't do it, like it's all these players where we spent like Enzo, right, Caicedo, even I mean McMahon as well. But I mean, I would use Enzo and Caicedo as a two. I'll use that midfield as the example, right? Those are two players which have a lot of potential and could be our midfield for the next decade. They ain't got the people around them to help them improve.
Yeah, but
Gallagher is
but bro, I understand what you're saying, yeah, but you're talking about something. You're talking about one thing with your team. I'm talking about something completely different with mine. Cause something completely different. Completely different. Your thing is a lack of experience, yeah, is a lack of experience and a lack of consistency. And a lack of consistency comes with a lack of experience, innit? So, like, for instance, the Chelsea that turned up against Man City didn't turn up yesterday. If it
no.
did, it would have been a different game. The point is, yeah, Man United, yeah, are shit every single game. No matter what lineup we put out, no matter whatever. Yesterday, yeah, we got a result, yeah, because you lot were worse than us. Not because we were good. Because when you look at the amount of chances you still managed to make, as bad as you are, that should be alarming. Because Chelsea looked like a team that had never met each other before last night. That's what they looked like. That's what they looked like. And we still somehow, yeah, only beat you 2-1. Only beat you 2-1, bro. Like, everyone can talk about all the attempts and all of these things, yeah? Only beat Chelsea 2-1. We should have put you to the sword yesterday.
You should
That
have.
was a game. That was a game. We missed a penalty. That is a game where we should have at least scored 6 goals. And if we scored 6, it wouldn't have flattered us. And we struggled to score 2. And we're celebrating. Bro, performances, yeah? Performances are way more important than these little stupid token victories. Because over the course of the season, you can't lie. You cannot lie over the course of the season. Do you know what I'm saying? No one's going to remember that we could have scored 7, 8 goals, yeah, at the end of the season. No one's going to remember that. Performances matter. Performances matter because the thing is, yeah, if it took us 30 attempts to score 2 goals in that game, yeah, what happens when we only have 8 attempts? What happens when we only have 8? It's poor. Like, why are we celebrating that? And the goals didn't come from our strikers. Our goal difference is 1, bro. 1 in the Premier League. And yesterday, we had 30 attempts and none of our attacking players could put the ball in the net. But people don't see that as a cause for concern because they pressed well. And we're relying on a midfielder to score a brace for us to win a game against the worst team we've played this season. This is my problem with it. Why are we overhyping, yeah, the level of performance yesterday? Because if the performance was so good, we would have scored more goals. There was no quality in the game from either team. No quality. Scott McTominay just had his shooting boots on yesterday, and even he missed a few chances as well. He had about 7 opportunities on his own.
I mean,
This is my point. Like, we weren't good. We didn't have to be good to beat you, Louis.
No,
So,
I agree with you. That's what, but it's like, I don't know. But I mean, look, yesterday we just weren't at the races. But what's going to happen is probably we'll go to Everton and we'll do well. But I think my thing is like, I know there are Chelsea fans, so I'm going to be very, very well. I'd like to hope they're intelligent. People going for Poch's head last night, and I get what you're saying about United and Liverpool. Us, on the other hand, we're just not going to finish the article, and people are going to be saying whatever, blah blah. Manager's problem. And he ain't in this. It's
you're
not on
cutting
him.
out, bro.
Fucking in.
and you got a router that you can plug into,
Fuck
or is
no,
it into
no.
the walls?
It's into the walls. It's on the building. It's the building. So, guys, if you want to do a quick thing, go get onto Quintain Living in Wembley,
It's
and
working now.
buy the
It
fucking
sound
internet.
I can hear you now. It's intermittent.
Okay, yeah. Um, but yeah, we're fucked. But it's not. It's not on. This
No, it's not
policy
just on
ain't on the
Pochettino.
manager.
No way. No way it's not. Do you know what I'm saying? A man said, bro, this is our best performance so far. Can you at least not keep the... There's no positives. The only positives are Amrabat's performance yesterday. And even that, yeah, even Amrabat's performance, yeah, I don't know how much of it was down to him playing well or how much it was down to him having loads of space in the Chelsea midfield because he was playing in there on his own. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. And this is what happens when man don't know ball, yeah? They start looking at it, yeah, and saying, oh, we created 30 chances. Oh, we played really well. This, that, and the other. It's like, no, we didn't. Because if we played so well, why did we only score 2 goals? Why did we only score 2 goals? And this is my point. Like, you know what my problem is with a lot of football fans? They have to see us lose 7-0 before they realise what the problems are. They need to see us lose 7-0 because I can watch a performance where Man United won. Same with the Everton game. I can watch us beat Everton 3-0 and say, you know what, we are rubbish. I can say that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Is there not part of you? Is there not part of you though with that where you go, we were shit, but we got across the line? Is there not part of you which be like, you have a side which can get across the fucking line? Like that,
but bro, I'm not trying to see
that.
us get over the line, bro. We spent a lot of money, yeah. We spent a lot of money in a short space of time, and we've backed a manager that's told us he's gonna do one thing and he's doing completely the opposite, bro. I'm not trying to see my team get over the line. I don't watch football to see my team get over the line, bro. I don't. Do you know what I mean? I watch football and I analyze what's going on, and I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is not sustainable. There is no confidence that you can take out of that performance yesterday because if you play like that, even against Bournemouth, it's a tough game. It's a tough game if we play the way we played yesterday because we didn't play that well, bro. You lot just made us look good, bro. That's all you done. You know what I'm saying? Even this comment, you're 100% right. Everyone was saying, Weghorst, he don't score goals. All he does is run around, bro. Is that not what Højlund's doing? And everyone's praising him, talking about work rate. There's man talking about. And this is what I mean about football fans and their inconsistencies, bro. At least with me, yeah, I keep it consistent all the time and I keep it 100, yeah. And my expectations for players don't change, bro. When they were cooking Weghorst, I was like, bro, you man, he's not the main issue. The team as a whole is disjointed. Oh, yeah, he's rubbish. Bring in 70 million for this kid. He's running around doing nothing. Same shit. No one wants to talk about it. But they're praising him for all the stuff that they were cooking Weghorst for. And this is what I mean about these guys. That's why I can't be in spaces with these guys that don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about football, bro. How can we take positives out of a game, yeah, that was a complete shit show on both sides? Complete shit show on both sides, bro. Because I'm sitting here and I'm openly telling you and you're agreeing how bad Chelsea were, but yet you created loads of chances against us, bro. So does that mean we were good? How can we be good and we were getting opened up by you? It's not like these were half chances. These were your players looking the keeper in his eyes and hitting the ball straight at him chances.
The one thing I didn't get was like we didn't test Andre Onana at all. And he is honestly, mate, I genuinely think he's probably the worst keeper in the league. Genuinely.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. Like, but this is what I mean. Like there was, you talk about, we only had 3 or 4 clear-cut chances in my eyes. I mean, Cole Palmer's goal was something out of nothing because he's fucking unbelievable.
Good player.
But, you know, everyone else, we only tested him once with the first 15, 20 minutes where Enzo just went, you know what, fuck it, I'll have a go. And even then, Onana nearly spilt it. But then where was fucking Jackson? I was like, where are you? Look at. I watched it back. That bit this morning. So do you know what? I'm gonna have a little look at this again. So I want to see the one opportunity where we actually could have maybe picked something up. Jackson's on the edge of the fucking 18-yard box. He's on the penalty spot. I'm like, you're not following in. Like there's certain things where it's because again, like Jackson was a good buy, but he's a good buy if you have someone more senior ahead of him to go, this that's done, mate. Right, now your turn. Show me you can do it.
Mm.
Like it's stuff like that where it's like, fuck me. Like what do you need to do here? What do you need to do? Like the whole situation makes no sense. One thing that I was kind of surprised by after watching, I mean, talk about people being excited. I actually want to ask him. I need to drop him a line, and I'm not going to do it. And this isn't me trying to be confrontational and me trying to stir shit. I don't understand why Saeed was so excited yesterday after that.
Bro, listen, Saeed is a very emotional guy, innit? It's one of
Yeah, I know
them.
that. It's good.
It's one of them ones where that's what it is, bro. He gets carried away. He does that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why, bro. Listen, each to their own, innit. I mean,
Yeah,
Saeed's my guy, innit.
yeah. Oh, this
Everyone's
isn't me
gonna
going after him.
consume, but the way he's getting excited, I don't know. I'm assuming he went to the game, so he probably went to the game. And you know what it is, yeah. What a lot of Man United fans are doing now as well, yeah, is they looked at yesterday's game. Oh, we beat Chelsea. The reason why I was super happy to get the win yesterday because it was Chelsea, but I'm under no illusion that this isn't the old Man United versus Chelsea. That used to be a Champions League final. Look how far, yeah, both teams have fallen to the point where it was a mid-off yesterday. Like, so I'm happy that we beat Chelsea because we used to see Chelsea as rivals, but I can't sit here, yeah, and be super happy with the performance because Chelsea were bad, bro. Like I was watching the game and I was seeing mistakes here that if I had an amateur team, yeah, I wouldn't be happy with. And I was
No,
watching
I agree.
millionaires make these mistakes. Like
No.
what Ricken said is spot on. Man United were poor offensively. That's why we only scored 2 goals. And your goalkeeper was, bruv, he was rattled the whole game and we couldn't score. That defensively we were poor also. We couldn't keep the ball either. It was like a basketball game. But somehow people are saying it's a good performance. How can you have a good performance as a team if you're not good attacking wise or defensively? It's just that you lot were just worse than us. That's just what it was. You were a lot worse than us on the day. But neither team was good. And the score shows it. 2-1. In a game that if both teams were at the races, yeah, United could have scored about 6, Chelsea could have scored about 3.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like I'm like, I just need to see. Like again, I've seen Matt Law made a very good point on Twitter just now. He's written his article. I've not read it yet, but I'll read it later. Where he said, hang on, why it's time for Chelsea to ditch the scripts and start talking and let the fans inside the ropes. Then Simon Phillips to summarise it. Chelsea's owners have been keen to foster an image of being open and approachable, yet the vast majority of supporters are yet to hear or read anything unscripted from them at a time when the questions outweigh any obvious answers.
But is Todd not in Twitter Spaces no more?
No. Do you think it was really him? I bet that wasn't Todd Bowley. That was his fucking PR team, I reckon. You know, because there's been a definite silence over the plans for Stamford Bridge and a constant changing in personnel within the club, which is been our biggest problem. The Chelsea right now, like, you know, we are going down your route with the Glazers, but minus the debt and even more with. But basically, we're just doing it on steroids. We spent 800, 900 million. Like everything comes off, which it won't. It'll be over £1 billion spent in 18 months. Fucking hell! I'm like going, Jesus Christ! What are we doing here? Like, soon as they went, like, I think Caicedo's a cracking player, right? Soon as they went 105 million for Caicedo, I'd have gone at West Ham. What is it for Declan Rice? 115? 10 million for 4 more years Premier League experience, the captain of your club, and somebody who is just as good at that and could probably be a leader in this team for a long time. Yeah, here you go. Done. But no, Caicedo's flavour of the month. Yet again, flavour of the month wins, right? One good season in the Premier League. Undoubtedly going to be a cracking player because there's been times where I've literally sat in the run and I've just watched him, right? And he did the simple stuff well. But then there's other games where he doesn't do it. But again, that's because he didn't have any figure with him. As much as we can take the piss, right? Let's look at that Brighton team. You had McAllister, had Caicedo, these players. McAllister had been around the Premier League for 1 more year. But then you had Pascal Gross, who'd been ages and knows exactly how things work. Yeah, it's Pascal Gross. Yeah, he's not an amazing player, but guess what? He knows what he's doing. Same with them behind him. Centre-backs. Levi Cole looked fantastic last year. Last night it was fucking awful. I don't know why we keep him at left back, right? But he had Lewis next to him. It was third who could help him get better. Guess what? He's a senior figure who can help the team improve. Thiago Silva's doing that a bit, but again, not only did you have Thiago Silva have Lewis Duncan that team in the back. Again, you had Pascal Gross in front of you, right? People take the piss like Chelsea on 25s. People laugh when Brighton signed James Milner. Why do you think they signed James Milner? They're not signing to play with Cal. They're signing to be a player who can be like, right, I've won fucking everything. What have you done? Right, this is how you do it.
100%. It's for the experience, bro. It's to have them kind of things, bro. I think we both agree, yeah, that Chelsea need experience in that team. They've spent a lot of money on players with high ceilings, yeah. But bro, I don't believe in the ceiling stuff, bro. Like, I'm not on that, bro. Like, and you shouldn't be on it either because you're Chelsea, innit? Like, I've known Chelsea since Chelsea have been the Chelsea that we know. They go and get players that are ready now to do stuff now. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the amount that you're spending on potential, you might as well buy ready-made players because what's the difference? Right now, because you're paying for potential, yeah, you're pretty much paying ready-made money for players that ain't ready. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Because 70 million for Højlund, we could have got a striker that was ready for 70 million. Or a striker that was ready for less than 70 million. You know what I mean? You could have got a midfielder that was ready for less than 100 million for Caicedo. I think Enzo was near enough 100 million as well. You could have got ready-made players for less than what you paid for players that you're hoping are going to be good, bro. You could have. So now you've got all of these youngsters now. Your next shopping trip needs to be buying players that are ready. No other excuse.
I mean, the only I can think, Ivan Toney's shopping list. The fact Varane
Ivan
might
Toney
be
has to be bought. Has to be bought. Has to be bought. And he's ready to come in now.
It's like I Varane. I know he's 30 odd, but I'd pick up just someone who I know is a centre back.
Listen, Varane's young, bro, in comparison to Thiago Silva. It's not his age, bro. It's just his injury record, bro. Like Varane's 30 or 31. Like the point is, yeah, like Rafael Varane and if you've got Varane and you've got Thiago Silva at centre back, yeah, that's a solid centre back partnership, bro. Like period. It's the best. It's the best, most experienced centre back partnership in the league if you get them two fit playing together. Do you know what I'm saying? So
but then it's I think Thiago Silva's not going to be playing all the time, right? Like, they're going to start bending that out. I'd have Varane, but then you've got Adia Shield, you've got Disasi, you've got Levi Cole. If he fucking pulls his finger out, which I think he's fully capable of, I think he's a very good young player. But it's a case of you'd have Varane again, having him and Thiago Silva just around for 6 months. By the way, do you know who we are? Do you know what I did? It's like, oh, wow, fucking that's Rafael Varane. That's what when he signed for United, I was like, fucking hell. Like, and do you know what?
Yeah, he signed. What you need the presence of players that have that aura at the club. Do you know what I mean? Your club is a nursery at the moment. And that's why
we even had the nursery.
That's why you're struggling.
We had the nursery, but even then it's like, let's look at Mourinho's first season, right? And when he talks about, he came and he goes, right, this is what I've won. What have you won? Let's go around the dressing room. And that Chelsea team hadn't won much, and it was a young side. But then he went, right, here's Ricardo Carvalho, here's Paulo Ferreira. They've just won the Champions League. Let's have them. Right, in you come. Right, you sit down. Right, you tell him and him how this is how this is going to be done. This is what we're going to do. This is what we are. It was an arrogance. There was a confidence. And I appreciate right now that they're looking at this whole project thing, right? But they need to flip the script. There needs to be an
arrogance. Done. In terms of Project Youth, it's done. Now you need players that are going to come into the starting lineup and affect the team immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So come on, man. We'll see. And like this comment here, man said the way Ten Hag's got the energy to push Varane out the team, who's our best centre back, but didn't have the energy from Maguire. Bro, what you need to understand here with this manager is this manager is an arrogant egomaniac. So anyone here that knows better than him, he's gonna try and get rid of, innit? Like Ronaldo's gone. They're saying that Casemiro and Varane are going to be transfer listed. Other guys, yeah, that have won a stupid amount. Do you know what I mean? Pushing these guys out. You know what I mean? And then he wants players like Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes that want to run around and suck him off, bro. Those are the players he wants around. The guys that ain't won nothing in the game. This is what he wants. This is what he's trying to build, bro. He's taking the club backwards. And if the club actually sanction, those players leaving, we are a finished football club. Let me tell you something, because that is not the way to go. The same way, Louis saying that Chelsea need more experience. Why would it make sense for Man United to get rid of our most experienced players when we're trying to build something?
I'll have Casemiro and Varane. Thank you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll have
Yeah, but there you go. Well, there you go. Do you know what I'm saying? No one can deny that Maguire's been good. No, he hasn't. Stop lying, bruv. Stop lying that he's been good. We ain't played no one. Man United have only played against relegation teams. We're playing against teams we're supposed to beat. So how are we gonna sit here and say Maguire's been good, bro? Like, the guy started nearly every Champions League game, and we got a minus goal difference, bro. And we're conceding 3 goals a game. Why am I lying, bro? Stop reading the media rubbish, on Twitter and all these other things in the media propaganda. Harry Maguire has not been good. No, he hasn't. Last season, we won the league. And we won the league because we had Rafael Varane and Casemiro. Without them two not won the league, won a trophy. If we didn't win a trophy last season, if we didn't have them two, we're not winning a trophy. We're not winning a trophy last season, bro. That we're not. Even this season, we go to Bayern Munich, and Casemiro's the only one that looks like he's up for it. Scores a brace, bro. We get rid of them 2 players, we don't win anything last season. We don't finish in the top 4 last season without these 2 players. And you throw Lisandro Martinez into there. Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Casemiro are the reasons why we are playing Champions League football right now. The reasons why we won a trophy last season. So if you take 2 of those players out, it does not improve us. So why am I sitting here and chatting rubbish, bro?
But we've got the same problem, but further up in the team. And I mean, we got rid of. I'm going to be very brief about this bit because I'm sick of people talking about it. We got rid of Thomas Tuchel, right? I'm still people going, well, if we kept him, he's gone, right? We got rid of him because our ownership wanted people they could collaborate with and talk with. But then they had a manager who went, do you know what? Just let me do my thing. Just please let me do my thing, right? I know what I'm doing. I've just won the Champions League. I know exactly what I'm doing. And he got a chance on the top 4, right? They've then gone and got rid of him. They brought in Graham Potter again, like very much like a collaborative, like very nice guy. Pochettino, I that fiery, but at the beginning of the season comparing it to feel like that fire kicked that, or he's having to basically be like, right, I have to deal with the situation, and then I can put some fire in the belly. You know, he's there going, I've just got to get these lads over the line because they are toddlers. You don't yell at
I get that, but then he needs to ask for more experience because there's only so much the manager can do. Like, look at this comment. Man saying, after winning the Carabao Cup, Casemiro, Varane, De Gea, they know how to win trophies. You need such lads on the pitch to coach the team and bring winning mentality. And then, as soon as these players realize that you're a fraud, you're trying to push them out the club now. But you needed them last season when you won the trophy. Funny how that happens, innit? How did we go from a team that needs experienced players that know how to win, to being, all right, let's get rid of all our experienced players that know how to win? How did we go there? How did we get there? But people think that this is good. People think this is good. We're worse this season than we were last season, And last season, our more experienced players are the reason why we won a trophy. So why is he getting rid of them? So he's got a bunch of guys that ain't won nothing that he can micromanage. Like McTominay. That's why. He wants a team full of McTominays and Garnachos and Hoylands that ain't done nothing in the game. That's not going to get us anywhere near where we need to go. We're behind Newcastle. Newcastle are officially better than us now. They've beaten us twice this season. And they're above us in the league. And they're in a much tougher Champions League group and they're holding their own. We're officially behind Newcastle United now. We're officially behind Liverpool. We're not as good as Tottenham. Luckily, they don't have any squad depth. So at the moment, if you want to argue that we're better than Tottenham, you could argue it. But even that, do you know what I'm saying? We're behind Aston Villa. Like, bro, we're behind a lot of teams right now. And our response to that is to get rid of our best players. How? How does that even make sense? And people are excited, bro. People are excited. All the teams that I manage have all the teams I mentioned have better manager than us, not better players, not necessarily. And this is my problem. This is my problem with all of this. People looked at a very, very poor Chelsea that was struggling even before they played us. That Newcastle battered, by the way. Newcastle smoked you lot. Why is no one talking about the fact that Newcastle absolutely destroyed you and we just about beat you? Everyone's talking about, oh yeah, but the press was good and this was good and that was good. Newcastle made you look like what you really are. We didn't make you look like that because we only scored 2 goals. That's my point. So a lot of people are taking a lot of positives from yesterday, but it's the opposite for me. It's the opposite for me because I'm looking at what Newcastle did to you. And I'm like, why didn't we do that to you? Why couldn't we do that to you? And the reason why we couldn't do that to you is because we're not good enough. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So how can I say that we were really good instead of acknowledging how bad you were? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, for instance, we done the watch along for the Logan Paul Dylan Dennis fight. Logan Paul won, yeah? No one was saying, oh, Logan Paul was so good. Nah, Dylan Dennis just didn't throw a punch. Do you know what I'm saying? Dylan Dennis didn't throw a punch. How can you say that Logan Paul was good? Oh, he didn't lose a round. The other guy didn't throw a punch. You know, like that. So I came out of that fight saying, yo, even though Logan Paul won the fight, to me, he didn't win the fight. Because you couldn't beat a man that wasn't throwing a punch. Do you know what I'm saying? We couldn't beat a man properly. We couldn't knock out a guy that didn't throw a punch. We couldn't knock out a guy that didn't throw a punch. That's what I look at the Chelsea Man United game as. Do you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. That we were in the ring with someone that wasn't throwing a punch and we couldn't get them out of there. We should have put you to the sword yesterday. Everyone's saying, oh, but 28 chances, like 28 shots. Yeah, and you scored 2. That's horrible. So what, you need 14 shots to score a goal now? 14 attempts. Where are you going to get that at against any decent team? You're not getting 14 attempts in the whole game. That's my problem. That's it. Look at that. Newcastle beat Sheffield United 8-0. We beat them 2-1. Newcastle beat Chelsea 4-1. We beat them 2-1. Imagine Newcastle at a benchmark. That's how bad we are. I'm not even going to look at Liverpool and look at Tottenham. I'm looking at Newcastle now. So now, I've literally slept on watching that game yesterday and I've woken up and I've said, yo, a lot of people are going to be getting carried away by this, but bro, we are going to get smoked by any half-decent team we come up against if we play like that. Because that wasn't a good performance. It was just a better performance than what you put in.
Yeah.
That's all it was. That's all it was. Do you know what I mean? And that's why people say, oh, can't you just be happy? No, because pain is around the corner if you think that was a good performance. Chelsea missed 5 out of 5 big chances and hit the post twice against an amazing Man United side. So what happens when we play badly then if that was a good performance? Aston Villa are going to put us 10 feet deep if we play like that against Villa. If you play like that against Liverpool, bro, the game's over in the first half. It's over in the first half. If we play like that on the weekend, even against Bournemouth, yeah, we'll struggle as well. Because that's how bad Chelsea were yesterday.
And Bournemouth are actually doing all right in comparison to us. They're actually steady. This is the one thing I don't get is we have the capability. We've proven we have the capability and we're not far away. But I don't know why they've left this issue to the January transfer window because it's the most difficult window to do business. We're going to go and fork out 100 million for Tony. Watch. He's a £70 million striker.
You have to. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much Tony costs. He is something you need. You need a top goalie. I don't know if there's many because the general level of footballers right now is horrible. You need a spine that's solid with experience. So you need a midfielder that's ready to come in now and play.
Casemiro.
That is what you need, really. But I'm not trying to give you Casemiro and Varane. But really, If you had Cass and Varane into your team and a striker and a goalkeeper, bro, your team's flying, bro. You only need, yeah, that spine to have a bit more experience to actually lead these younger players. Because right now you've just got a bunch of kids that are finding their feet in football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you've got. You need, like, every time I've watched Manchester United when we used to be good, we always used to have our solid spine of experienced players and sprinkled with exciting talent around it. It wasn't a team full of exciting talent, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it never was. When the class of '92 came through, they had the Robsons, the Keens, and all of these guys. They had them and they needed them.
Mm.
So you lot bringing in all these young players is the equivalent to when Man United brought through Giggs, Beckham, and all these guys. But if we didn't have a spine of what
Dennis
we had,
Irwin, all those sort
yeah,
of players.
all of
Yeah.
those players, we didn't have them. Do you know what I mean? It's essentially like just promoting the youth team, the complete under 21s, just bringing them straight up into men's football with no guidance, bro. They're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, but this is the problem is that they don't look at it like that, which is what I don't understand. I don't understand their logic behind this whole bullshit approach of this portfolio because they're saying, "Oh, we're building a team for the future," but then going, "We want to get top four this year." It just shows I don't get it.
You're right. You're right. Because the manager come out was talking about top four and stuff, but
We're
realistically,
nowhere
yeah,
near it. We're
yeah,
nowhere near
realistically, yeah, the goal shouldn't even have been top four, yeah,
no.
with the way that you recruited, 100%.
This is, but then this is I don't get. Like you've got these two guys who with a heads of recruitment at Brian or whatever. What is it? Well, I spoke to you the other week. Who was it? Someone I knew who was with him at. I spoke to someone who was, I think, with Wigan that when Stanley was at, right? And I spoke to him, and they went, "I don't fucking know how he's got that Chelsea job. I have no idea how he's done that." And I'm sat there going, "Oh my god, here we go." I'm like, "Fuck." This whole what was it? They said when they brought everyone in, we want to get the best in class. I tell you what, yeah. Do you know what? Best in class. I'd
But
give
you're
you.
supposed to get the best in class, but then you add them to a strong spine. Do you know what I'm
This is it.
saying?
This
Like
is
I
it.
said, when Man United signed Nani and Anderson, yeah, those are meant to be the best in class. Do you know what I mean? Sign Sporting Lisbon's best player, sign Porto's best young player. Like that's what best in class is. But then you put them in teams with Cristiano Ronaldo and Michael Carrick and that. You don't put them in a team full of other players that are of similar profile. That makes no sense.
Yeah. What is it? It's the I just don't get it. I don't get the logic. Like for me, and again, someone's going to laugh at me again for this. But again, these people who laugh at me don't understand football, so fuck them. If it was me and I was hired tomorrow on that board, I went, right, Louis, I want you to do these football affairs. Like, cool, all right, right. Win Stanley, Stewart, fuck off. You know what you do. Get out, right? I don't know. I don't think you understand what this is. I don't think you understand the Cultures Club. If I'm going to throw money at anything alongside Tony in January, I'll go to Paul Mitchell with a blank checkbook and go, how much do you want? What do I need to do to get you here? And I'd fucking bend over backwards for him. And I'd bring in, and someone's going to laugh at this, I'd bring in Frank Lampard because he's proven he's not a manager. But I tell you what, as someone who understands the DNA of the club, as a very smart football bloke, and as somebody who has pretty decent talent ID, people will say Werner Ziyech Havertz, right? Werner Ziyech Havertz were not Frank Lampard signings. He literally said that in an interview a few weeks ago. He said that. They were forced upon him. He went, they went, here you go, these good players have him. And he's gone, fuck, okay. And I go, right, between the two of you, you've proven, Paul, at Spurs, at Southampton, at Monaco, that you can build a team. You've proven you can do that and you can work with managers. Frank understands the DNA of the club and understands what will work. So between the two of you and the scouting department, I want you to go out and I want you to find me 5 or 6 players and whatever the manager wants. Do what he wants. And guess what? We're going to have to fix the last 18 months. But unfortunately, because of what's happened over the last 18 months and this continuous need to be collaborative and all this sort of stuff with people, which, I mean, quite frankly, again, I'm not in the room, so I can't comment. But from what I've seen, right, when Todd Bowley and Egbali are talking about being collaborative and people are going, I think that Enzo Fernandez deal, right? Those two ended up flying out to get that all sorted, right? And then apparently, there was almost a fight between Egbali and what's his face, Rui Costa. That's great. He shows he's really, really ready for it. No, it shows he's not ready for it. It shows what the fuck are you doing? If someone's going to have a fight over a player in a negotiation, it's fucking stupid. Someone said Ralph. I've seen the Ralph Ragnick thing there. You know what? Yeah, if he could get Ralph Ragnick, I'd get him, but he ain't going to fucking come here. Whereas Frank Lampard gets it. I
think he would. I think Ralph Ragnick would go there. But here's my thing: where I get where you're coming from, but I don't completely agree. I don't believe that a manager should have any say in what players he gets.
No, but then I don't around him. Are we not? Like the whole thing was when we were watching, they wanted to build this.
No, but I get that. But I don't believe in modern football that you should build any team around the manager. You build the ethos of the team. You bring in a manager that fits the ethos. That's what you do, and then you give the manager the players, and you say, "Cool, these are your players. Make them play, bro." That's what you do. It's none of. I don't believe in all of this stuff because you know what? Yeah, all this back the manager stuff. Man United been backing their managers, and that's why every time a new manager comes in, they're getting rid of the players that the manager before brought in. Forget backing the manager, back the club, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Back the club. At the end of the day, the manager tells me what profile of player I want. I want an attacking, left-footed left back, and I say, all right, cool. I go and scout the best ones, and then I bring the manager the list of the players, bro, and I say, all right, cool. This is how much we have to spend. These 3 players are available. That's it, bro. And then if the manager says, all right, cool, let's just throw random names out. Let's say Ashley Cole, Patrice Evra, and I don't know, Brad. Someone else, that Alphonso Davies, whatever. We got 3 left backs. I come to the manager. I tell him, we've got a 200 million budget, yeah? How much of the budget do you want to use on a left back? If they say, all right, cool, we want to spend 50 million. And I could say, all right, cool. Alphonso Davies is 25.
Yeah.
Alphonso's 25. Ashley Cole is 50. Do you know what I mean? Patrice Evra's 45. If he says, all right, cool, I want Ashley Cole for 50 million, I'll be like, cool. We can negotiate for Ashley Cole for 50 million. But if Chelsea say that they want 60 for him, you're getting Patrice Evra. Deal with it. Because I'm not spending more than 50 million. That's it, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what happened at Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? Klopp didn't want Mo Salah, ended up with Mo Salah. Now look at the story, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, flipping, our manager wanted Anthony. He got Anthony, paid over the odds, and look at the story.
But then there's certain players where it's like they've looked at Klopp and he's gone, this is how I play my football.
Exactly. It's the profile. But that's what I'm saying. But the director of football works with the manager. They understand the profile of player that they need. Klopp wasn't thinking, I want Mo Salah. But it's not his job to think, I want Mo Salah. He's going to want the player that he's coached or that he's been looking at. He's got a bias through his lens. He wanted Julian Brandt. That's the point. Julian Brandt's not better than Mo Salah. When you look at both of their careers now, yeah, he got the right player. But if it was up to him, he wouldn't have got that. So the whole point of scouting, yeah, the whole point of scouting and having scouts and a director of football is, I know better than the manager. The manager only knows the players that he knows. I have access to all the players. Don't think the managers are sitting at home scouring the whole of the world for players. It's not their job to do that. It's not their job to do that. Klopp would have probably bought, like 8 German players if he had the chance. He ended up getting Keita, Keita flopped. Why did he get Keita? Because he knew who Keita was. It's on his radar. Same league. That's what our manager's doing now. Let me just go in the Eredivisie and just go and just raid everyone that we saw there. And they've all flopped. Apart from Lissandro Martinez. The manager shouldn't have no input in the scouting process or anything like that. I'm bringing you a list of 3 players, yeah? You can have one of them depending on how negotiations come. Whichever one you get, you're working with that player. That's it. Because at the end of the day, I'm buying for the club. I'm not buying for you. Because you might not be here in 2 years. A player's contract is not 2 years. The average player contract is 4 years. Managers don't last 4 years at clubs these days. So why the hell would I give you a decision that's going to last longer than you? That doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like these managers, any manager that's got too much say, bro. Do you think that Pep wanted flipping Nunez and Kovacic and these man? He didn't want that, bro. But they've got a recruitment process. Do you know what I mean? They bought Nunez for the club. They know that Nunez is probably going to be at the club longer than Pep Guardiola, bro. You can't tell me for a second that they lost Ilkay Gundogan and he probably didn't think, all right, cool. Maybe I can get Frankie de Jong or Tony Cruz or something. Of course, that's what he would have wanted. But that's not how Man City's run. That's not how they run. You don't just give managers who they want because they like this player.
No, I'm saying that, but like, I think we're saying the same thing. But like, I'm not saying they just take what the manager wants. I agree with the saying with this is the list, this is the profile you want. Let's go and get it. That's what I'm saying. But then
you need to look at it and say this is what the club needs. Here's your list of players. Choose one.
Yeah, but then
that's it.
The problem is with the technical directors we've got, or the sporting directors we've got, or this dream team as they keep getting called. Right. The one thing that worried me the most, right, when we had the one actual technical director go, yeah, I'm gone. I'll see you guys later. Put me on gardening leave until December. And I've gone, oh, fuck. Okay, right. Well, what's happened there? And now there's a case of like when Pochettino has gone, right, we need more senior players. And, I've spoken to people that come there and said, no, we agree. We do need more senior players. I'm like, so why the fuck are you not doing it? Why do I wake up?
Maybe that's the next phase. Who knows?
But
we have to see how you recruit in the summer. It's not too late. It's not too late, though.
It's too late. Because
why is it too late?
Because the damage has been done.
What damage? Because all the players you've brought in, you've agreed, that they've got potential. So they're not bad players. They're just not ready.
I know, but the problem is, right, if they're talking about they want the Champions League, what worries me is this whole FFP situation where I think there's potential. If we don't get Champions League, we get banned from signing players.
Right.
So if the case, we're fucked. We are fucked. Because you're going to be stuck with the same young squad for 3-4 years, and they'll improve, they'll get better, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But we are screwed. Because they're not going to get the improvement they should be. All because we keep going out and signing under 17s internationals, fucking Colombia's under 3s captain. Like, it's the damage has been done because they've got rid of in every department, by the way. And I'm not just talking the men's team. I'm talking the fucking groundsman. I'm talking media. I'm talking marketing. I'm talking sales. Everyone who had any seniority and any understanding of the culture of Chelsea has gone or is going. Every single one.
Yeah, but even the culture of Chelsea, like why is that? I don't think that's that important.
No, it is important because the whole thing. Because we're turning into Tottenham, mate, and we're turning into what Arsenal were for a decade. We are because of the culture where they're going. Oh, we'll build this project. We'll build this team for the future. It'll be great. This young team will get better. Our Arsenal team is a prime example. Thomas Van Marlen was supposed to be the next best centre back in the world.
Thomas Van Marlen was very good, though. He just kept getting injured.
He was, but then that's the problem. He kept getting injured. Well, who else we got in that team? Andre Santos, fucking, I don't know, Yaya Sanogo. Like, the amount of players that they signed.
Yeah, them things there were crazy. The Sanogo things, cool. Those are brazy. But to be fair, the players that you signed are a lot more established than Sanogo. I'd never heard of him. Like, Caicedo, man knew of him. He had Premier League experience. Enzo, do you know what I mean? Was supposed to be the next big thing. Like the Mudryk thing was crazy. Okay. To me, that didn't make sense. Spending 80-90 million on a player that hadn't even played 30 senior games was crazy. Like there's some of those things are questionable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Cole Palmer, 45 million is an absolute steal. Yeah, and then all the Badia Shields and all these other guys, like 90 million for Fofana was crazy. Obviously, he's a good player, but he'd already had a dodgy injury record. Spending that much money on Fofana was suicide, innit? But I think a lot of your players that you did sign, it's not like they were unknowns, bro. Like quite a few of them were. If people had their ears to the ground, they were quite bait players. Like they weren't. And even your right back as well, is good, bro.
Yeah, okay, but see, there's been a few. Let me just get the Chelsea squad up. Let's get these signings up from the last 18 months.
Yeah, the right back is good as well, bro.
Yeah, Gusto's been solid, but again, he's 21.
Yeah, Gusto, he's a good player, but he shouldn't be coming in to be the first choice right back. He should be the understudy. He should be the guy that is being
Well, him and Reece, I think he is there. I think Reece, I don't know what's going on with
You need
Reece.
to play Reece somewhere else because his body can't play fullback. He can't get up and down that pitch no more, bro. If
I
he
can
wants
see
to
him in the
say,
middle. I can
yeah,
see him in
just
the
play him
middle.
centre back, bro.
No, I'm in DM. I can see him there.
Yeah, you could play him centre mid as well, but bro, just play him centre back, bro. I swear down, it will shore up your team.
It's like, okay, here we go. Right, if we go through these signings, right, we just
Yeah.
find them to get these signings up. Fucking transfer marks do my head in. By the way, the value of Chelsea's diminished. Just thought I'd let you know on transfer
What, the
market.
club value?
The club value's gone down.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Apologies. Give me a moment. Right. Okay. So in the squad, David Washington. All right. Fucking 18.
David Washington, who's that,
Yeah,
bruv?
we signed him from Santos, and we
Man said
signed
David Washington, you know.
yeah Jackson. I mean, he looked all right, but the thing is, if you want to look at just the numbers, which people talk about, the quality of the player and all that. Jackson scored 9 goals out of his 12 at the back end of last season for Villarreal.
I know, but you didn't spend a lot of money on Jackson. You know what it is, yeah? I know a lot of people are criticizing Jackson, but just like Wout Weghorst, yeah, like I'm going to defend him in a sense that he's not as bad, yeah, as he looks, yeah. He's one of them players. He's mad raw, yeah, but he's got attributes in it. He's like a shit. What's his name? That plays for Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus, bro. Like
he just needs to spend
you
less
know what I'm
time.
saying? He's just like a shit Gabriel Jesus, bro. That's what he is. It's like
good for him.
A lot of his best attributes are not in the box, innit? A lot of his best attributes are not in the box, but it's one of them things where.
But we don't need that. We need a centre forward.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, but bro, what I'm saying is, yeah, he should be like your Nketiah. He should be the guy that, cool, if my man's injured, like, he can come in for like 1 or 2 games. He should not be leading your line.
I agree. But then here we go.
Do you know what I'm saying? Right. But I don't think he's a complete bust because you didn't spend a lot of money, yeah, on him. And also, he's a squad player. He should be a squad player.
Yeah, but a whole squad is squad players, apart from 1 or 2. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm going through it, and it all adds up to these numbers as well. Noni Madueke has played 90 minutes 4 times in his career. Constantly injured, bang average player. Mikhailo Mudryk still has a lot to prove. Raheem Sterling needs to up his fucking game. Cole Palmer's the only one so far out of all these I'm looking at. I'm like, sweet. And Kunku, I want to see him get fit, and I think he can definitely do something, but he needs to be in the right position. None of this fucking let's play him centre forward.
Watching Kunku flop for you lot, blood. You lot have like hyped this guy up so much, yeah.
We fucked it because guess what? He should be playing in the middle, right? Not as a centre forward, but just behind him. But guess what? Because Jackson's not delivered, we're going to play him up front on his own as a lone target man. Lo and behold, guess what? We're not going to get the best out of him because that ain't how he plays. Same problem with Timo Werner. Timo Werner played off a Christian Poulsen at Leipzig. And Kunku came in, did exactly the same thing. Because guess what? That's where you get the best out of him. So potentially, him and Jackson could link up because they look good in pre-season. But again, that's pre-season, right? Carney Chukwuemeka, right? Young lad, injured, but guess what? He's another young player we've signed. Enzo Fernandez, I think, is pretty good, but he needs to get better still. But he's still a good player. Leslie Kachukwu, why the fuck did we sign him? Romeo Lavia, injured still, 19 years old, 60 million.
That's crazy.
Moises Caicedo, £105 million, which is insane money. We shouldn't have paid that. He's a good player, but he's not worth 105 million, right? Malo Gusto, another one who I'm like, cool, he's coming good, right? Mark Correa, been better this season, but still, I'm not sure. We've still got Malang Sarr on our books, right? Disasi, I think, looks good. He's getting better. He's 25, so he can still improve, but, I've not been especially impressed by him. He turns like a bus, right? Jordi Petrovic, I don't know why we signed a 24-year-old goalkeeper and Sanchez is 26. We signed 2 goalkeepers there, right? One of which is supposed to be the next big thing. Why are we signing the next big thing? Why are we doing that for a goalkeeper? We needed one that was ready. I can go. Let's go on. Let's go back to last season.
Yeah, you lot have done, like the most depressing version of Project Youth, that I've ever heard of. That's what it is. Yeah, your thing has just been a Project Youth thing, bro. Like I get it, but what I'm saying is, how you guys, can salvage this is just by going out and getting 3 or 4 ready-made players, to make all of this just come together. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all you need to do, bro. I don't think it's that bad, bro. I don't think that you're that far away. You just need guys that are going to come in and lift the level immediately. Four players that come straight into the starting 11, a proper goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? Another centre back, and maybe even not another centre back. A proper goalkeeper, another midfielder, a wide player that can affect the games immediately, and a striker. That's what you need. I wouldn't even say a centre back.
That's the problem. We won't do it. They won't do it. They won't. They won't do. If they do it, fucking hell, fair play. It'd be nice if someone who's admitted their mistakes, but they will not do it. And what will happen is the manager will get thrown under the bus. We'll get another yes man to report into Stuart and Winstanley, who don't know what they're doing. They're going to continue to run this club fucking poorly. And lo and behold, we'll be further and further back, further and further. We'll keep getting back, and then they'll go, "Why are these players that we spent so much money on not improving?" Because you're relying on a ceiling that might not even be there. Like it baffles me. I was even saying yesterday in the space, I was like, if this was just any business, I said, for example, I was first aid kits because I had a first aid kit on my table, right? I was like, if I'm selling first aid kits and I've just come into a business which is doing pretty well, but I want to put my own print in it, I'm not going to tear it apart in 6 months, putting a load of people who don't know what they're doing, am I? Why the fuck would I do that? Makes no sense. Like, and they're going, well, we're getting the best in class. We've got the best technical director. No, you haven't. You've got a head of recruitment. Same thing, isn't it? No, it fucking ain't, Todd. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's illogical.
I hear you. I hear you, bro. I'll be real. So, yeah, it's just one of them ones. And bro, listen, I don't agree on Ruben, bro. I think Ruben's a top player, bro. I think he's a top player, man. I always have, and I'll stick by that. I just think that how can we say that Ruben's not Chelsea level, and then you've got players like Scott McTominay and Mason Mount knocking around at Man United? Come on, bro. Like
Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a player who, if we hadn't done a stupid friendly in 2019 mid-season, I think would be comfortably one of the best players at Chelsea right now.
I agree. I rate Ruben Loftus-Cheek really, really, really highly in terms of ability. He's just been unfortunate. When I look at English midfielders right now, in terms of ability, he's right up there. He's right up there. Do you know what I mean? So for someone to say, yeah, exactly, Loftus-Cheek's not Chelsea level, but Gallagher is crazy.
Two different players. Two very different players.
They are. Yeah, but I'm talking about just ability, bro. Like, at the end, you know what people like to do, yeah, and what I don't like about a lot of football fans? A lot of football fans like to overlook ability. And ability is the one thing that you can't teach a player. As a manager, bro, give me all the players with ability, yeah, and it's my job as a manager to get the other stuff out of them. Give me the players with ability. All these football fans talk about, oh yeah, but his effort and that, like he tries and that. Bro, listen, no matter how hard certain man try, they'll never be good. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how it is. No matter how hard you try, bro. And this is the problem right now, yeah. This is why man them prefer Doku's over Grealish's. They prefer Garnacho's over even Rashford's and that. Like, they prefer Hoyland's over Martial's, Hoyland's over these. Bro, it's all about effort, bro. Like, it's all about effort. Effort don't win you games, bro, most of the time, bro. Most of the time, effort don't win you games,
combination
bro.
Of the pair.
Yeah, no, but ask Carlo Ancelotti. You know what I mean? Because Carlo Ancelotti is one of the best managers ever. Ever. And he even said, yeah, he said football right now, yeah, managers are over coaching players, bruv. You're over coaching them, bro. They want to micromanage all these players, yeah. As a manager, yeah, you coach the team off the ball. On the ball, how much coaching can you do on the ball? Bro, you rely on your players' individual quality on the ball to win you games, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. As a manager, my job is to help you get the ball. And once you get the ball, you're on your own, bruv. That's what it is. Like, people can say, oh, it's vibes. It's not vibes, bro. Because I'm the guy that has to bring in the play. I have to have the players that have the technical ability and also the ability to make the right decisions at the right time. The manager can't control those things. All the manager can control is, yo, I'm going to get you the ball as often as possible, and you, man, have to figure this out when you get it. But right now, people are like, oh, yeah, effort. Bro, effort don't win you games most of the time. Most of the time, the team with the better players tends to win most of the time, bro. Most of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Just like in boxing, they say someone's got a puncher's chance. You do have a puncher's chance, but 9 times out of 10, the better boxer's going to win the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the Hasim Rahman knocking out Lennox Lewis, it was an anomaly. Those things don't happen that often in boxing. And then in the rematch, he got battered. Do you know what I'm saying? Look what happened in the Eubank fight with Smith. Puncher's chance. Eubank was pissing around, got laid out. Do you know what I'm saying? And then after that, guess what happened? Eubank went in there and weighed him in, bro. Because 9 times out of 10, Eubank's always going to beat him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? People go on, yeah? Like, the guy that has the puncher's chance wins most of the time. They don't. That's not football. That's not football. Do you know what I mean? City were beating loads of teams, not because they outworked them, but because they had better players than them. And now everyone else's players have got better and City's players have got worse. And the gap's been closed. It's not that City aren't trying anymore. It's just that they're just not as good compared to everyone else as they have been in previous years. It's got nothing to do with effort. It's not because Aston Villa outworked them. It's just that the gap in City's quality and Aston Villa's quality has closed because City been selling their best players. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. Because Tottenham haven't stopped putting in effort. But their better players have been injured and their results have reflected that. It's not effort, it's quality. It's quality. There's always going to be a mixture. But you can't tell me that professional footballers, yeah, like all of them are just not trying. Like, bro, like quality will always be the primary thing. The effort and all that stuff, it comes second. It's important, but it's less important. You think when Arsenal were playing against who's the team that they smashed in the Champions League? Lens. Was it Lens?
Lens, yeah.
Do you think that the Lens players weren't trying? Or were Arsenal just way better than them? Do you know what I mean? Like, Real Madrid, they got all these good players and they're smashing teams. What, do you think it's because Real Madrid are working harder than everyone else? No, it's because we've got better players than you. Don't overlook players.
Yeah. I think it needs to be a combination of both. I think
it does, but the ability is more important. Because I can teach any player how to run and when to run, but I can't teach them to put the ball in the top corner from 25 yards. I can't teach that.
No, I know you can't. But what I'm saying is that you've had players with all the ability in the world who haven't had the application. So that's
but that's completely different. That comes down to their personalities. But what I'm saying is, yeah, personalities are individual. And also, as a manager, it's also your job to coach these personalities. Because at the end of the day, the industry that we expected from David Beckham, I don't think I've seen a footballer that runs more than David Beckham in my life, bro. If anyone's watched David Beckham play, prime David Beckham, this guy will finish a bleep test, bro. We never expected Cantona to do what Beckham did. Because they had different abilities, different attributes. Eric Cantona...
Now they're trying to coach everyone, so it's exactly the same.
Now they're trying to get everyone to run like Beckham. We never expected Cantona to press people and run people down because we understood, get the ball to Cantona's feet and then we move off him.
It's the same with Hazard. That's it. That you there's certain players you accommodate for. Like it's when
exactly.
Everest said it last night, didn't he? Like, if I had Ronaldo in front of me, like Fergie said, I needed to enjoy that 2 versus 1. I needed to do my best with it. You know, it's like it's stuff like that where it's like, okay, well, if you're doing that, then you need to accommodate for certain players. But unfortunately, I think again, football, I think as just an entity has become more scientific and more Americanized. I think it's
horrible.
It's like the NFL and all that shit now.
It's horrible.
Like, okay, we treat like all these pauses and tactically what breaking down. And there's too many people. Again, I get pissed off on Twitter because he's got dick. It's really funny. There's a few guys me and you both know who are coaches of a very good level. Maybe not Premier League, but guess what? Championship, League 1, League 2. They've been to the conference. They've been around. They've done everything, right? Yeah. I literally in a group chat with 2 or 3 of them. I go, lads, what do you think about this? There's certain Twitter accounts they look at, and they're like, so it's all got the spaces and all these things and the inside times and, you know, the technical empathy. And so they look at it and go, the fuck is this cunt saying? Excuse me, French. I know you definitely get demonetized, so drop the seat.
No, I'm not. Trust me. We're over an hour in. We're good.
So it's like he's there going, it's like, what this kid saying? Because they're like, no actual coach talks like that who's a decent coach. But then there are certain coaches where it's like they're too much. They micromanage or do too much, and it's like I like Poch because I do feel he's trying to manage the personalities, but I worry that people are going to talk about Spursiness because he obviously was the ex-Tottenham manager. But it's like that. There are certain things he said and done a few times where it's like
Yeah.
fucking hell, like, can we just like, I need the fire again. You need it. Like, I genuinely think, like, if Poch was to go tomorrow, fuck it, just bring back Mourinho. Fuck it. I'm at that point now. I'm just like, just get me someone
No,
who's
but bro, I hear you. Like honestly, I think the best managers are the old school managers right now, bro, because all this new stuff is dead. And like, even to a certain point, yeah, Klopp Klopp falls more into the old school bracket than the the micromanagement bracket right now. And I think that's why Liverpool are doing well. And that's why I think also the style of football from Liverpool, like no matter who plays, you kind of know what's going, because to a certain degree, Klopp just lets them do whatever they want when they
Mhm.
have the ball. Like, and I think that's what you got to do, bro. I'll be completely honest. Like I think what Pep does now, he overcoaches players, and I think players start to think too much when you've got coaches like that, and especially when you don't have the top players, which Pep kind of doesn't now. He ain't got Kun Aguero no more. He
Yeah.
ain't got Mahrez no more. You don't have KDB
Sane,
at the moment.
even Sane.
Yeah, he
Like,
hasn't got these players. He's got Doku instead of Sane. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not the same. Like, with all due respect to Phil Foden, he's not Riyad Mahrez.
I
He's
can't
not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like with all due respect, Erling Haaland is scoring goals anyway, but he's not Kun Aguero. He'll never be Kun Aguero. I don't care. Even if he scores more goals than Aguero in his career, he'll never be Kun Aguero. And the thing is, these players will do things that makes the manager look like an absolute genius. But the facts are, when you don't have these players, you start to see how important individuals are to teams.
Mhm.
You start to see it. You start to see it, bro. And like, even this comment in the NBA and the NFL, you can't always out tactic or out scheme people. Bro, you can be playing against the Chiefs, yeah, and you think you know all their plays, yeah. The ball drops into Paddy Mahomes and you think that he's gonna throw it and he decides to run and carry it instead. You can't plan for that. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You can't plan for that. You can't plan for the quarterback carrying it 40 yards. You can't plan for that, especially if you think that he's sending it long, bro. Like, it's just one of them things, bro. Like, it's his decision to make, fam.
It's a shame because there are certain, like, in football as well. In
Even
low,
the goal that Cole Palmer scored yesterday.
yeah. Oh, see,
We didn't defend that badly.
he's just unbelievable.
We
That was
didn't defend that badly, bro. The defenders, bro, Lindelof did well, yeah. He didn't dive in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get too tight. And he didn't die when Cole Palmer went for the fake shot and touched it. Lindelof didn't dive in. He stayed on his feet, and Cole Palmer put it the one place, the only place he could put it,
yeah. But see,
into the side net, the inside side netting, bro. It wasn't. We seen Iron Robin do it loads of times. It wasn't that the defenders didn't defend well. It's that he had the quality to take that little tiny gap that he was given and put the ball where it needed to go. If it goes anywhere else, the keeper saves it, bro.
Yeah.
And you cannot coach that, bro.
No, this is it. It's like, I think there are certain, like Cole Palmer's one, but it's like even lower leagues, just because of how football's going now, there are so many players of quality. Even players I've had the opportunity to coach, where I just think if you'd been around 5 years earlier, you'd be flying. You'd be flying. Like, and it's like the quality of players and what people want. Like Cole Palmer, we've been very lucky. We've been very lucky. You know, I wasn't sure when we signed him that he'd be
Bro, even the Cole Palmer thing, yeah. If that same opportunity drops to Anthony, yeah, we don't see a goal.
No.
We don't see a goal. And that's the difference. A lot of modern football fans do not understand, yeah, that players matter. Do you know what I mean? They blame the players, yeah, when the team loses, yeah. But when the team wins, the manager coached a great game and that. Nah, bro. A lot of the time, it's the players. Yesterday, we won because Scott McTominay decided that he was going to make the run that he made to get in for the header. And also, the first goal as well. If you look at Scott McTominay's movement, this is how Jude Bellingham scoring all these goals. He's just running into the box late. No one's going with him. And you get a bit of luck. The ball falls to McTominay. But the touch and the volley with the weak foot was a very, very good finish. People don't realise how difficult the first goal was, the finish that he took. Garnacho had an easier chance where the ball came to him and he went chest and he took a touch and he should have volleyed it, but then he took another chance and then he screwed it out for a throw-in, bro. Like, Scott McTominay scored a very difficult goal, and then the run for the second goal was a very good run. Very instinctive. Lampard literally made a whole career out of making runs like that.
I was about to say that.
his
Literally
whole
about to say
career.
that.
And Lampard wasn't 6'3", and he wasn't as athletic as Scott McTominay. Yes, he was a better footballer technically than Scott, but Scott's more of a physical specimen. So when you look at what Scott did and look at his goals against Brentford, he's a technically sound player, but he's just an athlete. That's just all he is. But we won because of him yesterday. It wasn't because of anything else, because no one else could finish their dinner yesterday. No
Yeah.
one else could finish their dinner yesterday. He won us that game yesterday. People are going to say, oh, yeah, it was because of the press. It wasn't because of the press. It wasn't because of the press. We didn't score off the press. Liverpool score in transition off presses all the time. We didn't score off the press once. The press didn't win us the game. Scott won us the game. That's it. The same way, when you look at the chances Mudryk missed yesterday and the chances that Jackson missed, you could look at it and say, yo, we didn't get more from the game because they were shit. And you wouldn't be wrong.
Things I feel like there's with Mudryk, when he first arrived, you saw there was a player in there who had that quality, and he just I don't know what's with him. He just needs
Mudryk,
pressure. He needs some love.
needs confidence, and he also needs less pressure. That if he was in that Spurs side that have no expectations, and also if he didn't cost 90 million, he'll be flying. The problem is high price tag, team with the history that Chelsea have, high expectations. Like, it's killing him right now.
Yeah.
It's killing him right now because he's got raw attributes, but he was still developing as a player. Mudryk should be the player coming off the bench for 20 minutes, exciting the fans.
Yeah, which when he does do that, I'm like, brilliant. He's getting there slowly but surely. But like this is where Sterling needs to step up, and he's not doing it. That's like this is why Sterling's had some great moments this season. He's looked more like the player that we needed, right? But then you speak to any City fan, they're like, Sterling was so good for us because we were so good as a team, and he'd have 25 chances a game. Whereas with us, he's only getting 6.
But that's exactly what I said about Man United versus Chelsea yesterday. Like, we got 28 attempts and we only scored 2. Like, what happens when we play against a team and we get 10 attempts?
Yeah.
Then we don't score. You know what I mean? And we get smoked. That's exactly what happens. Because the only reason why we looked good is because you gave us more opportunities than we gave you. But you missed 5 big chances. Teams don't get 5 big chances in a football match usually. You missed 5 big chances and hit the woodwork twice. And we had a penalty. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, when you look at that, how often in a game do you play a team that gets 5 big chances and they don't punish you? It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And that's why I think if you're sensible as a Man United fan and as a Man United player and as the Man United coach, you have to look at how bad Chelsea were instead of how good we were, because we weren't good. We were not good. We were just a lot better than a bad team. We were the best of a bad bunch yesterday. It was literally a mid-off yesterday. That's what it was. And the scoreline showed us where we really were. Because 2-1 after everything that Chelsea gave us is poor. That's a game we should have won 4-5-1. If we were good, we should be winning that. Play like that against Aston Villa, see what they do to you. You know what I'm saying? See what they do to you. Look what they done to Man City yesterday. Play like that against Newcastle. See what they did do to you. Do you know what I'm saying? You played better against Liverpool. You played better against Tottenham. You played better against City as well, bro. Like, we thought you turned the corner when we saw those performances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Chelsea was so bad, people forget Man United missed a penalty because we were all over you. It was chance after chance after chance after chance. It was a terrible game of football from an analytical point of view. From a coach's point of view, yeah? If you're coaching either side, you can't be happy with that. If you're a Man United coach and you see 28 attempts, 2 goals, you cannot be happy with your attackers. Both goals came from the midfielder.
He probably said that to them in the changing room. He wasn't going to say it to the press, was he?
No. Bro, he was happy with the performance. Don't get me wrong. When we lose, the manager says we play well. He probably thinks that's the best performance of the season. He probably thinks that, genuinely. But the Everton performance was better than that. You know why? Because we got outplayed and we scored 3 goals and didn't concede. We were so clinical against Everton. We were wasteful yesterday. That performance was shocking, bro. Shocking. How can we score 3 goals against Everton, yeah, with less than half the amount of chances we had against Chelsea?
Mm.
And that's what I mean. So when people are saying it's a good performance, it's not really. It felt like one because that's the most comfortable we've ever been in a game this season. Usually we're under the cosh for the whole game. But because we were so comfortable in the fact that it was wave after wave after wave of attacks, it made us feel like it was a good performance. And that's what I mean. A lot of football fans are too emotional. That's why when we said, oh yeah, Saeed was super excited. Yeah, because it felt nice. It felt nice to win a game
Yeah.
and never really feel like you were gonna lose it. Because
That's how
we
I
don't
feel
know
like
what that
sometimes.
because we don't know what that feels like anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't remember the last time I've seen Man United win a game so convincingly, even though it wasn't convincing on the score sheet. Like it was convincing in terms of like it didn't feel like we could lose it. We haven't felt like that for years. It's probably the first time in a couple of years since we got in a game and we felt like we can't lose this. You know what I mean? It felt like we can't lose this game.
Mourinho, I'd say. I think
And,
about it.
and that's what it was.
Mourinho.
And that's just what it is. But you have to put your feelings aside and analyze what you just watched. And I needed more time. That's why an instant match reaction, sometimes it's like, nah. When I actually let that marinate and I was thinking about the game, I was thinking, how did man give us 28 attempts? And we only scored 2. And we missed a penalty. And Bruno was rubbish, bro. Like, no one's talking about the fact that he was crap yesterday and he missed a penalty.
He was
because he was awful. Do you know
awful
what I'm saying?
penalty as well. Awful penalty.
Bruv. Penalty at Old Trafford to break the deadlock against Chelsea and you fluff it. And then on top of that, you don't even give me a performance? Come on, but no one's talking about it because...
I don't get Bruno. I don't get
But
him.
because we battered you, like, metaphorically, we battered you. And because we did, everyone's forgetting how poor he was. Do you understand? And that's what I mean. It's all about emotions, bro. Like, football will have you feeling a certain type of way and get you overlooking the facts. And this is why it's very important to analyze you and to try and step back from the emotion of how the game felt. Because the game felt amazing, but it wasn't amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So, it's just one of them ones. Big up everyone inside. You already know what it is. Smash up the like button, people. You already know what it is. Make sure you subscribe to Louis' channel. Giveaway for 85k subs is coming. We're closing in on 85k. Once we hit that, I'm doing a Modern Warfare 3 giveaway. I think we got 200 more subs. And then I'm gonna do a giveaway. So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. You already know what it is. What are you saying anyway, bro?
I've got a pod coming out, Chelsea Echo. We're going to be releasing the pod. It'll probably be out late tonight because we record about 6. I was meant to be at the darts this week, but that's fallen through. So basically, I've had the week off, which has been quite nice, sorting some bits and bobs out. So we're going to record a pod for the United game. That'll be Chelsea Echo. It's on Twitter and all that stuff as well. So if you're there, and then just keeping busy doing stuff. You know me, wheeling and dealing.
Absolutely.
So that's it from me. But Chelsea Echo podcast. We've got a giveaway coming soon as well. So let us know.
Love that. So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'll catch you guys in a bit.